really well, so that's how they've been able to stop the run. So, and they also, I think they're a high percentage blitz team, aren't they? That's positive.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so that too, you got to be able to play the blitz, so that's how they're stopping the run.
Okay.
You said something about Ellsbury being like an encyclopedia or whatever you said. It was.
Dictionary, yeah.
Dictionary. Yeah, dictionary. Like what, can you expand on that? Like is it, like does he, like what does he know? Like
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll get some like super goofy look or something, and I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm looking at, and he'll be like, he'll give us the call that we would have for it, and then he'd say like, who's doing what, like why we're doing it, maybe we have a seal back or something. Like he knows everything, so it's pretty impressive.
Probably a good guy to jump in at center if Logan's out
That's who
there.
you want at center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Ellsbury. Yeah.
What was that like last week? You probably asked about this, but having like 3/5 of the guys go out early in the game and you guys having to adjust.
Sure. I mean, we have a ton of depth, so that was nice because, we got guys that know what they're doing and they can jump in and play ball too. So, I mean, it's not something that you like worry about mid-game because you just got to move forward. But we got guys that can play, so it wasn't a huge deal.
With Bo Stevenson, not going to be able to make it. Cade Piper jumped up, at least on the depth chart. Now, I know he's probably a ways away from playing, but what has he been able to do that's enabled him to at least get his name on paper?
Pete works really hard. He's a really hard-working kid. I mean, he's kind of a goofball, but he works really hard, and, he hits people. He likes to hit, so that's why.
So he's like one big off-season away from being the guy that's
I think so.
count on.
I don't even know if it's an off-season. It might be like half an off-season.
Really?
So I think he's a really good guy. Yeah.
What adjustments have you guys made, I guess, so far this week with the injuries?
I mean, yeah, we've just had the guys that need to step up have been stepping up and practicing and, just keep working on getting better. So, and hopefully a lot of those guys that did get hurt will come back and play again this week. So we should be ready to roll.
Who have you seen step up?
Pieper, who else stepped up? Ellsbury stepped up at center. And then Nick stepped up when Mason went out. So we have a ton of guys that step up.
How difficult is that to adjust mid-game?
I mean, I honestly don't think it's very difficult because, those guys practice that stuff all week. So it's just kind of like, doing their job and doing what they're supposed to do when those guys go out. So
Doesn't worry you at all?
Mm-mm.
Explain the mentality of this offense. You've lost Cade McNamara, you lost Eric All, Luke Lachey.
Sure.
The offensive lines had guys kind of shuttling in and out. How do you guys just kind of keep pushing forward?
The offensive line position, it's not like we're playing for stats or anything,
Yeah.
We're just playing to hit people, and we're playing for other success. So, whoever's in at skill or the quarterback or the running back, we're playing for them. So it doesn't really – I love my guys, but it doesn't really matter who's in behind me, as long as they're behind me, the O-line's playing for them. So that's kind of the way that we see it.
What do you see with Rutgers and their D-line?
They're definitely pretty good. They're definitely a tough defense, and they're kind of similar to Northwestern that they have a four-down defense. But, yeah, they play hard, and they're good defense.
How are you preparing differently, I guess, for Rutgers? You saw that game against Ohio State, so how do you prepare for something like that?
I kind of prepare the same week I prepare the same this week as I do every week. I'm just tightening down stuff and doing whatever Coach Ferentz tells me to do, and Coach Barnett. So I'm just trying to detail those kinds of things.
As the Brian Ferentz thing, how is that kind of came into play? Is there talk about it in the locker room, or is it kind of just?
There's not a ton of talk about it. Me personally, I absolutely love and respect Brian. I have so much respect for him as a coach and everything. So, I definitely think it sucks that happened, but it's not like we're just focusing on it. We got to move forward, but yeah.
So how